computer. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight on our Juice Plus Freedom Revolution Zoom event. And my name's Carolyn Russ. I'm going to be hosting the event tonight along with a couple of my friends, Nancy Rogers and Debbie Corder, and you can see their names on the screen, and Terry Ackmas. And the fun part about this is we all live all over the country. Nobody that's on this call is in my next door neighbor. But we're here tonight to network and share information and share our mission and try to help us take back our nation's health for all of our families. And you have been invited because somebody thought a lot of you and respects you, and they want you to know what we're up to. And this is going to be relaxed. It's going to be fun. There's no product to be sold tonight, and you're not going to be asked to sign up for anything. It's strictly educational, and we're going to share some quick information and stories, and hope that you'll enjoy listening. And maybe you'll think of somebody as you hear us tell our stories tonight that you think would want to hear what it is we're talking about. So thanks for coming. And just to kick it off, I want to ask you a question. Would you agree that being healthy today can be challenging? Yes, everybody.
Yeah.
And we'd all love to look good and feel great and live a long life, but we know that that's difficult to accomplish sometimes. And sometimes it's complicated and sometimes it's confusing. And so that's where we come in. We want to make it simple. And so we have this movement. It's called the Healthy Living Revolution. And Nancy, Terry, Debbie, and I, and along with thousands of other people, are really committed to taking healthy back in ways that are simple, doable, and fun. So the goal of the Healthy Living Revolution is to come alongside families who want to better their health and meet them where they are. Nobody's perfect, and that's good. You'll find out before we're done tonight that nobody's perfect. But we have three doorways. One is we have free resources for people that are just wonderful. The second thing is we offer nutritional support to people. And the third thing we'll show you and talk to you about a little bit is the organization that makes all of this possible. So I'm going to let, who's our second person?
Come on, baby. Give me the put this thing on.
Me.
Oh, we got some other new people here. We put my product things over here.
Right. And
It's
my
not
name
going in. What did you do?
Nancy Rogers.
Oh, got it. Okay, great.
And you can mute if you go to the upper right-hand corner of where you are. There's a little button that you can mute.
Everybody muted? Okay. So thank you for joining on the call. I'm Nancy Rogers. I'm in Coshocton County, Ohio. So about 3 hours from Carolyn and many hours from Terry. And anyway, I'm excited to share with you guys tonight. As you'll see, we are reading off some papers because there's a really simple form that you can do. This is duplicatable. You can do it. I can do it. Anyone can do it. And that's the beauty of it. So, don't feel embarrassed if you have to reference things, and the personal stories can come more from the heart. But I'm here to share with you some of the tools that are available. And Carolyn mentioned free resources. This Healthy Living Revolution has fantastic resources for families and personal use. There's a really nice cookbook with lots of clean, easy recipes that are at your fingertips. And there's webinars, health topics. You can hear physicians talking, other dietitians talking, fitness gurus, and all of how good nutrition impacts their health. And we really want to look at body image, creating body image, and establishing good nutritional habits. And if you would like these links, whoever invited you here tonight can definitely get you all those links. we'll say them a couple of times, but really sometimes you just need to write it down so you can see it, and they'll help you with that. So nutritional support. I've been in healthcare for over 30 years. That's a tough one to say. I was 2
You look good.
Yeah, I was a baby genius, right? What I have seen over health in general, people's health over these 30 years, is that chronic disease is affecting young people earlier and earlier, and the aging process is really accelerated. This last week, I did 2 bilateral radical mastectomies on 20-year-old girls.
Oh,
And
my God.
yeah. And it's just amazing what we're seeing. Just in this month alone, 5 people that I know have been diagnosed with cancer, all of them under the age of 30.
Oh,
Think
my
about
God.
this. And it's not a fear tactic, it's just the reality that I want to share with you. And the other area is the flu. You know, this flu strain really is a booger. You know, it gets you and gets you down quick. And people keep asking me, why? It's the immune system, the nutritional state of people, the foundation of good health. Really, the only strong step that you can take on a daily basis is the food you eat and what you put into your body and what you expose it to. So we can flood our bodies with this compact nutrition of raw fruits and vegetables and berries. And they're not just good for you, they're critical. And the reason why they're so critical is we don't go around knowing which fruits and vegetables provide us with what area of health benefit. You know, carrots are good for your eyes, and wine's good for your heart, you know, berries. But beyond that, a lot of people just know that it's good for you in general. But the science behind it and the nutritional support that Juice Plus offers gives you a head-to-toe benefit of nutrition that covers your body. And so even when you think you're the best eater, or someone says to you, well, I eat really well, you know, are they getting the 9 to 13 servings of the variety every single day? And, you know, that's why I'm so thankful that Juice Plus is doing this for us. It takes the worry, it takes the pre-planning all out of it for you. And so, again, Juice Plus has 30 different raw, vine-ripened whole foods. And it has everything you would want. The non-GMO, the NSF certified, which you're starting to see in some of the advertising on other things. It's more like a salad and a capsule. It's important that these fruits and vegetables, somebody still has not muted their. Can you make sure you're muted at the, just click on your
Well, you can't
picture
get off my lap because I had to go potty.
and click mute. There you go.
Potty.
But
Okay.
what they've done is they've taken at peak ripeness the fruit or vegetable and juiced them right away. So you don't have to put it through transportation. You can get the quality of the nutrients right there, juiced, and then they juice all of it, all the vine ripened seeds.
I can't hear anything you're saying.
I know. I'm wondering, Carolyn, can you mute everyone and see if I can unmute?
In the upper right-hand corner of your little box, there's a little, if you hover over there, there's a little blue box that says mute, and you can click on that.
Andy is not muted. There's a couple iPhones not muted. That's who I see at this point. Oh, there goes Mandy. Good.
Yeah, there's Andy. Rebecca, I'll do Rebecca.
He's good. Okay. And this is Real Living. Here we go.
Yeah.
I think it's an iPhone. So if you want to just mute your iPhone, you can do that
Got it.
really easy.
I got it.
Okay, so you can hear me now?
Right. Thank you.
Oh, good. Thanks. So we know that a lot of nutrients are found in the peel, in the white rind, like what's in oranges and grapefruits and things like that. And a lot of us typically don't eat that. And so we're getting the additional benefit even better than eating it on our own because of this being processed through the juicing. And then they dehydrate it at a very low temperature, which preserves all the nutrition. It's not overheated, so you're not losing those dense nutrients. And then they're put into capsules or chewies. And, you know, I'll tell you, I was really a tough nut to crack as far as being convinced that this was what it said it would. It's, you know, Carolyn told me it was, and I didn't believe her. I didn't believe her for like 7 years until I saw the research. And I was a big skeptic. I mean, how are they getting all that nutrition in those little capsules, you know? But it's true. When you take out the water and you take out the fibers and you take out the sugar, you know, the nutrients you can only see with a microscope. And we can see the nutrition in these capsules because they're beautifully the color of the rainbow. So it's scientifically proven through research, over 35 published peer-reviewed scientific studies, and that's what I love. That's what I was drawn to. That's what I could base my, you know, practice in with sharing with others. So, and it's not a vitamin, and this is really hard for a lot of people to realize. You can see that they really don't list a vitamin on the label. What you do see is a nutrition label. So I beg you to go to any multivitamin bottle and you will not see a nutrition label. This is the only company, the only product out there that is a nutrition label and not a vitamin label. It's more than a vitamin. You know, it's what you see on broccoli and other things. But don't get caught up with showing people so much of the label unless it's the ingredients that are in those capsules. That's what's important, because they'll go, oh, well, that's just not very much vitamin A. Well, you know, when it's in its natural state, you don't have to have all these IUs and milligrams and percentage, because your body knows what to do with it. They keep increasing the amount of calcium that women need to take because we can't absorb it when it's not in its natural state. Its natural state is in kale and spinach and sweet potatoes. That's what your body needs to, you know, knows what to do with it. So, of course, there's no warning label. Pregnant ladies, breastfeeding women, children of all ages, the elderly. And there's a saying, and I can't remember it, from womb to tomb, I think it might be, or I just came up with that. So anyone can take it, and, you know, even the kids that get into it and consume the whole bag or all the capsules, they might get a little diarrhea, but they're not going to need you to call poison control. And then the chocolate and vanilla complete. This is a macronutrient, so the Juice Plus is for micronutrients that provide you the minerals and the vitamins.
Is the vanilla and the chocolate.
Thank you. I didn't put that up. That's your fuel, your energy, your food that you can eat and consume to help fill your gut, full of additional fruits and vegetables and grains. And this gives you the energy to get through your day if you're looking for a good food to eat. And lastly, I want to talk about the Juice Plus Omega blend. It's a new product. I got it here. Very exciting. We've been waiting a very long time for them to come up with a plant-based omega. You know, a lot of us take fish oils and have been taking fish oils because we knew how important the omegas are. And this has omega-3, 5, 7, 6, 7, and 9. And it also has the A, the EPA, the ALA. Those are those other very long name of amino acid chains that are important for brain health. This is great for developing brains. Your brain is mostly a fat organ. And so that's why avocados and the Complete and this Omega are so good first thing in the morning, especially for our young ones going off to school. So we have Complete bars also. I don't know if anyone has them that they can show.
I didn't bring any upstairs.
I didn't either, but you can get with someone if you don't know what those are. Another food support item that's vegan and really good for you. So talking about the kids, one last thing, and then I'll pass it along here, the baton. They have a children's health study. This is just amazing, a real gift from the company to every one of us for the children. They know how important it is to get good nutrition into children at a very young age. The earlier, the better. And so whenever there's an adult on the Juice Plus, either the Duo, the Orchard and the Garden, or the Orchard, Garden and Vineyard, a child can get the Orchard and Garden in the chewies or capsules based on age and ability for up to 4 years, beginning at the age of 4. So 4 and 4 is how I remember it. 4 years, 4 at the age of 4 until they're 18, unless they're in college. And yes, until that 19th birthday, you can register them. Unless they're going into college, you can do it right on up. And they don't question it. It just is amazing. You know, so feed the children. And
For free.
For free.
Right.
No cost to you.
At no cost to you, right.
Yeah,
Right.
we do support it a little bit, but it's very nominal.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, let's hear a couple stories, and then we'll have some other conversation. Who wants to go next?
I'll go ahead and tell my story.
Okay.
So I learned about Juice Plus actually from Nancy and Carolyn at a conference that I was at about 18 months ago. All three of us have children with special needs, and they had a booth. And what really attracted my husband and I to the product was that we knew we weren't eating enough fruits and vegetables as it was. We're generally healthy people. We have a salad with every dinner and have our fruit and whatnot, but not the 9 to 13 servings that's recommended daily. But more importantly, for our son with special needs, he had to basically live on Miralax in order to function. Chronic constipation is a problem for as long as I can remember, since he was a baby. And I really didn't like having to give him a chemical to make him function the correct way every day. So when Nancy mentioned that her daughter had had luck with the same issue and it resolving itself over time after having been on Juice Plus, my husband and I said, well, we want this. If we don't have to give Toby a chemical, we're all in. So, and at the same time, our oldest is a CrossFitter and an athlete, and he was listening to all the information about Juice Plus, and he says, well, I would take this. This all sounds wonderful. So we all started on the product, and fast forward about 4 months, and Toby did not need Miralax anymore. And I haven't given him Miralax in over a year. And I don't have to worry about him being uncomfortable and us going to a restaurant and him saying, I have to go to the bathroom, and then we don't see him for the entire meal, because that's what it used to be. So that was, the most wonderful thing for us, was to be able to experience that. So we will never go without Juice Plus ever. And then, fast forward now, 18 months later, we really have not been sick. And if we do get, a slight cold, it's resolved very quickly, because our immune systems are just so much stronger than they ever were. So I'm so thankful that I was given this information, and happy to share it with anybody who wants to listen.
Yeah, you're a lifer, right?
Yeah.
Deb, how about you? You have to unmute there.
So my product information is I had a lot of people that were dying around me that were family members, and my husband and I pretty much got scared about our lives. And so we started on the hunt for something that was healthy and that could get us into a better health situation. So I heard that my friend Kathy was getting healthier using nutrition, and I thought I heard she was doing something with juice. So I thought, well, I'll try juicing. Didn't run into Kathy for a bit, tried juicing, and juicing is really messy. It's expensive. It tastes all the same after you have about 4 drinks because we only have so many fruits and vegetables available to us. So I contacted her, tried to find out, how are you getting healthy using juice? And she pulled out these 3 capsules, which I don't have in my hand, but Carolyn showed you the containers, the 3 capsules, and she said, this is my juice, this is what I'm taking. And I said, you've got to be kidding. And I was just intrigued. So she told me more about it. And my husband, I just told him, hey, you're getting on it. We're starting it. That's the end of the story. He said, okay. And fast forward about 4 months, he was feeling better with his arthritis. He was able to get up and start moving. I was sleeping better, eating better, choosing better foods. My fingernails were growing. My hair was doing better. I was not constipated, and I got regular for the first time in my life. And a year down the road, I changed from being borderline osteoporosis to regular bone health, great bone health. And so now I would not go without my product.
Yeah, those are great stories. And I totally, and it's fun to say that. I mean, I feel honored and blessed that I'm kind of a part of that, It's kind of like the telephone game. One person tells one person, and then another person tells another person. And so I want to really pay attention to our time here. So let me just share with you a little bit about our company. We're a 50-year-old company. Juice Plus has been in existence for 25 years. We are privately held and debt-free. We are approaching $1 billion in sales per year, and it's because people want to get healthy. And I love the mission of our company. We talk about inspiring healthy living around the world. And but Jay Martin, who is our president and founder, his dream was to build a company that would help as many people as possible realize their dreams. And that is not usually the mission statement of any company that I've ever been associated with. So my story kind of goes back 12 years ago when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And someone shared this with me, and it was common sense backed by science. I thought I ate healthy because I didn't eat bologna on white bread, but nobody had told me about the power of fruits and vegetables. And so I was like, well, I'm all in. This research is amazing. And how can I get my whole family on Juice Plus? And so I just said, well, if you buy enough of this stuff, is there a discount? And she said, well, sure. And I was like, really? And so I said, okay, we'll bring it on. We just all got started at one time. I was not looking for a business. I wasn't looking for a job, but I really liked having the discount. And then after a while, people noticed my own healing journey, and they were attracted to that and said, well, I don't know what you're doing, but I need some too. And it just eventually grew. And which is such a blessing. One of the nice things about being in a company like this is I may help people that I'll never meet just because one of you guys may have helped them, but I wouldn't have had the occasion to meet that person. And that kind of gives me shivers, a little bit when I think about it. And so the other piece for us was that my husband's employment had always been very unstable. It wasn't that it was bad, it was just hard because you never knew if you had a job tomorrow. And so probably in the last, if he were listening, he'd correct me, but probably in the last 15, 16 years, he's had 10 jobs. And corporate America, even when he would be at full quota, he would get surplused because they changed their model. And so I was always concerned about having healthcare benefit. Now the breast cancer piece was not a part of my plan, but once that happened, I was still concerned about having a healthcare benefit. And when I saw that at the highest leadership position in the company, you could have a full healthcare plan, just like corporate America, that got my attention. And the idea that I could get my husband retired so that he doesn't have to go get beat up every day by corporate America. We go to our conferences and we get all excited and we learn new things, and he goes to his and he comes home just beat up like a dish rag. And that's discouraging. So it's a wonderful community of people to be with a great mission. So what I would just want to do is conclude, because none of us want to miss, well, maybe some of us do. I wouldn't make that broad of a statement, but there is somebody more important than me speaking in 3 minutes, right? So just to wrap it all up, I want to thank all of you for joining us. We're so excited that you could be here tonight. I hope this was kind of fun. I hope it was informative. Some people, there's two kinds of people. Some types of people want to go the next step and do something to improve their health. They're tired of being sick and tired. So whether it's checking out our free resources, those are really fun, or just to make life easier by adding Juice Plus to your diet. It costs about $2 to $3 a day, about the cost of a cup of Starbucks, and then you can add in the free product for children. But it's the simplest, most convenient way that I know of to give myself health assurance, to believe that I'm doing all that I can do for myself at a reasonable cost. And then other people are like, well, I want to do what you're doing. I want to be a part of that community. I want to either get a discount, or I want to pay for my product, or I want to make a difference in people's lives, or I'm kind of tired of my job. I want something new to do. And it works for people in college, people who are middle-aged, people who are empty nesters. It's just a great opportunity for anybody that wants to learn about that. Sometimes people go, well, I want to do mom and dad care. I don't want daycare anymore. And doctors oftentimes love to learn about our benefit package because they give themselves an immediate raise when they're not paying huge insurance premiums for very expensive insurance with not a lot of coverage. So I would just ask you to ask yourself, who else do you know that might need to hear this message? And let's see, somebody asks, do you feel that this covers all daily vitamins needed? And Nancy's our health expert. I would say yes. She could tell you why in a second. But so, if there's anybody that comes to your mind, we would love to talk to them. We're going to do these events on a regular basis. We have an overview of all the products and the company stuff on Monday night. But then next Thursday night, we're going to have another event just like this. So if you've thought of somebody, you could invite them to that. And my whole thing since I learned about Juice Plus has been, what if? What if no one had told me? What would my life be like today? Would I have the quality and the vitality of life that I have? Would I be here? And so I'm really grateful that somebody did that. And so when we get done, if you want to reach out to the person who invited you, or the person who invited you reach out to one of our guests that you brought on, please make sure to do that. And Nancy, I'm going to let you answer that question, and it's 9:00, and we'll go as soon as you're done.
Yeah, and anyone that needs to leave, we understand.
Right.
This is the beauty of the Juice Plus company. It's the scientific research that actually went out and studied which fruits and vegetables provide which vitamins and minerals that your body needs. And so you are covered head to toe. There's a lot of herbalists and a lot of specific nutritionists and chiropractors out there that will test you and say you're weak in your adrenals, or they'll say you're weak in your thyroid, or whatever it is, your immune system, your liver, and they're giving you these specific herbs and minerals and supplements to address those issues. But when you give your body the proper nutrients, they can heal themselves, okay? So in time, every area in the body, Juice Plus has studied it and seen a positive response, 100% positive response. No other company out there, if you go and research it and look at the studies, if there are any, can say that. So in time, giving yourself the proper nutrition. Now, some might need more time, more of the Juice Plus than the average adult of the 2 capsules to heal on a quicker basis. But all of it is head to toe coverage, all your minerals, all your vitamins, all your phytonutrients, so much more. They've identified over 100,000 different nutrients, not just vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium. 100,000 plus phytonutrients are essential to work all together. For instance, an apple has over 100,000 nutrients, and so it's better to eat the apple than isolate a vitamin out of its natural setting. Your body knows what to do with it and can heal what it needs and absorb what it needs.
Thanks, Nancy. So I am going to stop the recording. Pause, stop recording.